Previously on the show, Boris Johnson faces mounting pressures following a series of claims and questions over his conduct. A headline that only could have happened at some point in the last 20 or so years. But at the moment, it's been very much kicked off by this that we covered in the last show. Boris Johnson told Sir James Dyson by text that he would fix his tax issue. And we said basically it was good that it was James Dyson because he let us do lots of jokes about vacuuming, and that was all we did. That's the insightful political commentary we managed to bring to you. So, there's been something of an update because that information, those texts, were leaked. And it's unlikely that the leak came from James Dyson because his is vacuum sealed. I did it again. I've done another one. But the information possibly could have been leaked from Boris Johnson. As we saw in Sunday's Sunday Mirror, Boris in phone security blunder, he won't use the fancy proper phone. He uses his own phone that's not encrypted. However, in his defense, he mainly speaks in Latin, which must help. Like, hackers could get in there and go, right, what's the Prime Minister been saying? He must have sat on his phone. That is just absolute bollocks. So maybe the leak wasn't that. And then we started to find out that maybe the leak came from someone a bit nearer. Dominic Cummings was effectively fingered, I believe was one of the phrases online, which is awkward. And then Dominic Cummings has then been right. It's actually almost upsetting to see that they've fallen out because they used to be so close. It's like when Magneto and Professor X used to be best buddies. And now it's just gone the other way. Yeah. But then we got loads more details from Dominic Cummings in his blog. By the way, who still writes a blog? What is this, 2004.blogspot.com? Basically, by blaming him for stuff, he said, I'm not a leak, and here's loads of other information that I can leak. So you're a leak then. So, okay, fair enough. But there have been lots of various things that we heard about. The Prime Minister facing tax issues over the flat renovation. There were loads of details of stuff that's been done to this flat. One of them was something like, I think it was about £3,000 on what they described as an occasional table. For that much money, I want a full-time table. I'm be dicking around with part-time hours on that money. Good God. There was something like £800 a roll wallpaper that they've had done, and they wanted to de-John Lewisify the flat. How very dare you. I will take a lot. But for you to besmirch the good name of Jonathan Lewis, how very dare. I mean, that is a great way to lose Tory voters, isn't it? To shit on John Lewis. But there is this issue, the front page of the Daily Mail. Boris let the bodies pile high in their thousands. He said he would rather see these big piles of bodies than have another lockdown. And to find out more about this issue, we're joined by a government minister. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, Steve.
Boris Johnson said he will see piles of bodies thousands high.
No, I think it's ridiculous. He would never say such a thing. If one were to try and pile 1,000 bodies, a stack of that size would be insecure. It would fall to one, either the left or the right, after a few corpses.
Right, but what about if you made a pyramid?
So you're suggesting using 2 bodies to support the weight of a third?
I think I am, yes.
In what you erroneously call a pyramid, which I believe is a triangular prism, it would still be quite a large structure.
All right, but the 45th triangular number is over 1,000, so that's as big as it would be.
Triangular numbers. I guess we didn't underfund the state education system as much as we planned. Still, that would be 45 bodies wide, and it's difficult to find a flat plane that big.
And you think that's the only reason that Boris didn't say it?
Yes, I do, yes.
Splendid. Well, there we go. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Thank you for watching this from Comic Solving Problems.
And if you feel like it, go ahead and like the video.
Or subscribe. Commitment.